we are the final round, and it's the Bruce Hale Memorial Race. So just, I think Adman is with us, maybe, or he's gone to qualifying. I'm sure he will join the telecast at some point. Telecast, like it's a thing. The stream at some point. Um, so we'll go through. I guess we won't touch on the teams championship yet, but I know the drivers championship is as tight as you like at the moment. So as we enter into tonight, the drivers championship is all tied up with Osh Wizard on 166, tied with Zesty on 166. Then we have Ty Morgo 7 points back on 159. And then we got a gaggle of drivers with Javar in third, Sideways Polka, Adman, Bitsamison, Eagle, Wind, Aaron, K-Man, and Metal rounding out the top 10. So definitely for those first three guys, the Wizard, Zesty, and Ty Morgo, everything to play for in tonight's race. So will be a super interesting race. And hopefully we don't have a flashback of the Prost Center at Suzuka. I mean, could it happen? Maybe. No, I'm only joking. So these guys are out and about. So we're just on board with Bitsamison. So as he's just on his finishing his out lap, so he's about to start his qualifying lap. Adman, are you there in the chat? No, he is not. Not yet. I'm sure he will be at some point, and he will let himself known. So, bits of just going through turn one there. The 90 coming up through the S's, which is turns two and three here at Watkins Glen. Turn four coming onto the long back stretch here. Now, the interesting thing about Watkins Glen, as we come up to the inner loop, or commonly referred to as the bus stop, is not actually deemed a set of corners. We actually go 4 and then into 5 here, which is the outer loop. So we're going through turn 5, down through into 6 and 7. So we're down through the carousel at the moment, and he's just coming through what they term the boot. The boot is turns 6, 7, 8 that he goes through. So he's just gone through the laces and the toe, and he's about to complete the boot here as he goes around turn 8, which is called the heel. There you go, bit of useless trivia for you about Watkins Glen. So as we're coming up into the second last corner here, could afford to run a little bit wider if he wanted to. Let's see what sort of time he sets. The Wizard setting the pace at 1:44. Bitzer would be hoping for slotting into the top 10. Just outside, 2.3 back. Currently in 12th. Plenty of time left on the clock though. 10 minutes left in this qualifying session for round 8. So let's go through. Noxy Parker, currently in third, only 2/10 behind the Wizard. So it's a bit of a... Oh, so everybody's got green on here for the Bruce Hale Memorial. So from what I can gather, Bruce was one of the guys that started up BHR. So you'll find tonight that all the cars will have some shade of green on board. So as we work our way through the field, a lot of people will have that colour on board, which is good, and a nice tribute to somebody who, what I can gather, contributed to Ruse. Alright, so Knox currently in third. He will be 1 wanting to carry on some of his Sunday form. Speaking of Sunday, apologies, I did miss Sunday, not on purpose. I've been still under the weather and my son was meant to wake me up, but he did not. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a crink in my neck and on the couch. Here we go, Noxie, where's he going to put himself as he comes up to the line? Oh, ho, ho. I tell you what, you can attach the Death Star to this man and he will still be flying. So he's just clocked in a 143.9. So that is 3/10 back to the Wizard. And Zesty just behind. Somebody, as we can see in the background there, has spun on the final turn and shiver me timbers and everything else, trying to do a U-turn and then enter the pits. Just return to pits, my friend, whoever you are. I will actually have to do the link. I should do that. That's most probably an important thing. So I'll just do the link, so just bear with me because I cannot do two things at once. Oops, copy that, put that there. I think we can paste that. Such is my technological skills. I know you guys are amazed every week and go, how in the hell did they get somebody so technologically advanced to do this stream? Well, let me tell you, one of life's many mysteries. So let's go through and have a bit of a look. Scotty Puss currently in 25th. 4.4 seconds back, coming through to the around the toe at the moment, as it's called. Hopefully he is on a current lap. Well, that would be the plan, Stan, that he is on a current lap. Whoa, 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 what the hell's happened here? Whoops, wrong screen. Alright. So coming through, got to be a little bit tighter in there, and as we come through this corner there, out of that corner there, you've got to be patient on the accelerator, easy to turn it round, Ford Mustang round, so everybody's a little bit excited. The four guys are like bloody cracking one through the covers, the Holden guys are puking up in a bin next to the car, and then you don't want to know what the Toyota guys are doing. Scotty, 26, but let me tell you, I don't know. Look at this. I mean, could you? I mean, we may be having the cameras on row 13 tonight. Scotty Puss and the Sparky Man are right next to each other and they're separated by 2 parts of bugger all. So that could prove some excitement at the start of the race. And so tempted, because that's what the people want to see. And at the end of the day, Bear is a people of the a person of the people. Currently on board with EXO. He is only 2.1 back. That's actually reasonable given the pace of these front guys. So looking good. Harris, Mr. Consistency. He is only 1.1 back. He'd be pretty stoked with sitting in the top 10 given the company that we have out on track tonight. Hopefully if he can get in, stay out of trouble early. Let's see if he can improve on his time here as he comes around the final turn, getting on the power nice and early, running wide. He's got a slipstream from EXO helping him out, and he does improve his time slightly, but he is about 1/10 of a second just behind someone awesome, give or take. Goes back to the pits. Bloody Knox, bloody the destroyer of planets is still on row pole position, row 1, pole position commonly referred to. Ty Morgo, currently in 13th. He'll be a little bit disappointed. We'll hopefully want him to be putting together a slightly better lap. and work his way into the top 10. So let's have a look with 4.5 minutes left in qualifying. We got Knox in 1, the Wizard in 2, Javar in 3, Zesty 4, the King of P&L Royalty, Brady Want in 5th, Death Roller in 6th, K-Man 7th, Norm's back. Was Norm back the other thing? I don't know. Norm's in, well, he was in 8th. Only Norm's flying. He's gone up to 6th, pushing Eagle Wind and spreading, well, he could be spreading the P&L sandwich, but I would suggest he is separating the P&L sandwich. K-Man. No OnlyFans livery tonight for K-Man. So no OnlyFans. So multitude of people are disappointed in that K-Man. But hey, you get a leave pass given the nature of the round. Morgo's worked his way up into the top 10. Kick It and Rip It rounds out the top 10 at the moment. Just 1 second back, and it is changing quicker than I can commentate it. So we have Sideways Polka, our driver from Poland. He is into the top 10. He is into 7th. It is all happening. We have PRT's Captain Bounty currently in 16th. He'll be wanting to push up a little bit further. Fly. Fly is back. He is currently in 15th, pumping out the Mustang. This will be a guy to watch come race time. Super consistent, stays out of trouble. He's going to be causing headaches for a lot of people, I would suggest. Who we got here? We got Gaza. What's Gaza doing? Gaza, too polite to be a driver sometimes. The nice guy of the competition. I tell you. You can tell he's got a halo above his car. I mean, he's what's that old cartoon? The Wacky Races. Would he be Peter Perfect? I don't know. So many questions. So little answers. Adman rounding out the top 20. And then, there's a bit of a separation here. The people aren't happy. Sparky up into 25th. Bits are missing. Only 23rd. Saint Simon 21st. The Falcon. He would be... even he's got the green paintwork, which is great to see. From his traditional colourful wheel of black. It's all happening, so let's go back to the front and have a look at what's doing. Knox is gone, boys. You got no chance. I've just done a 43.7. I've put the Q in the rack. Catch me if you can. So let's see. So we've got the Wizard. He's coming through the toe at the moment. Coming up, I guess this would have to be the sole of the boot. This series of corners, as he's come in, he's going to try and hang as wide as he can. Slide it in, and then get on the power nice and early. Could have run a little bit wider there to push the track limits. We'll see, because he's going to need to make up 2/10. So I'll be very interested to see if this is going to be quick enough. I have no idea whether he's up or down. And we're coming up into the... what is it? The last corner. Here we go. Is he going to find the 2/10 that he needs to sneak away from Knox Parker? No, sirree, he is not. The Death Star is alive and he's still holding down pole. But the Wizard's got one more lap to go. That would be all right. Let's see where Zesty is. The other person in the championship at the moment. He is coming through the bus stop. You know, the 333 Express, he is not. So as we go around turn 5, the outer loop, running nice and wide. Was that too wide? I don't know. I don't think it is. So he's coming down now into the series of corners of 5, 6, 7, 8. Or what, not 5, it's 6, 7 and 8, called the boot, as he comes across the laces, coming through the toe. Let's see what time he can set down. So he's come through the toe now, run uphill. So he'll be able to brake a little bit later as he comes into turn 8 here. So he's going to be hard on the brakes, gliding into the apex, get on the power early, run wide, and that'll be too wide. And that is all she wrote for that lap. So let's see where the Wizard is. The Wizard is coming round the heel of the boot. And he's done it as well. Pressure changes a man. Sometimes you get rocks, sometimes you get diamonds. And those lads will be throwing those rocks out of that car. So who have we got? I think that's 99, judging by my dodgy eyes. Yeah, Ty Morgo, he goes wide. What in the heck is going on, you loose units? So we got car 1, 2, 3. Is that 1, 2, 3? Could be 1, 2, 3. I can't even see. Saint Sim. Thank goodness Saint Sim didn't run wide. Looks like Morgo might still be on it'll be spewing because the camera's not on him as he does a time. No, he ran wide. So Saint Sim, he is on a current lap. That's why we're here round the penultimate corner coming round. He is currently in 21st. Can he get into the top 20? He's missed the apex and he's kissed the wall. And that is all she wrote. It is over Red Rover. So that is it. That is qualifying done, sealed and delivered. So we are Knox the Death Star is on pole, followed by the Wizard in 2. In row 2, we've got Javar and Zest. So that's a tasty little battle there, ready to rock and roll. We've got the king of P&L, royalty himself, Brady Want. M. Harris didn't disappoint. He's up in 6th. Normax C in 7th. El Capitane in 8th. K-Man, OnlyFans in 9. Rounded out from our driver from Poland, Sideways Polka. Then we have the rest of the field, Eagle Wind, Metal Steel, Kick It and Rip It, Someone Awesome, Bounty, Fly, Shamrock, Gaza, Adman and Exo round out the top 20. Then we go through to Saint Sim, Black Falcon, Bits of Missin, Aaron, Sparky, Hammer, Angry, Scotty Puss, Adge, Rocky NZ, and Stu, who has only just joined, so didn't set a time in 31st. So massive field tonight, and I think I heard a rustle, so hopefully that means Adman is with us. Maybe. Or maybe not.
Hang on, can you hear me, mate?
I can now. I can hear Adman now, so brilliant.
Sorry about that. I took my jumper off and actually accidentally pushed the mute button.
Oh, that'll help.
I know. That's just like I was listening to you talking, mate. It's the technology. It's just I'm not used to it.
Oh, yeah, we got you on the stream, so that's good. So that's
beautiful. Just thanks for having me on tonight too, mate. I just wanted to thank everyone that's participating in this round. Obviously, we put a message out through the season 13 chat thread with regards to what this round means and the memorial for Bruce Hale. And I heard you were talking about him before. Yeah, big character to the league. Amazing, and just the fact that this is the only team in the league that's actually named after somebody. So yeah, 10 years it's been now since his passing, and not forgotten for sure, mate. So good luck to the podium, like the pole sitter and the guys up the front there with Noxie. Hopefully they have a good battle. I can't even remember what time. I'm just trying to do my fuel.
Oh, you got 140 left. Heaps of time. Fill it to the hilt and run it long. That's what I say.
Whilst I've got an opportunity, though, I would like to make a few, just say a few thank yous. So we've got Rain of Fire, who's the captain for GRT and has been a steward, is moving away from the Roos league for the moment. I believe he's having a rest, so just wanted to put a huge big thank you out to him for his contribution, stepping up into a captain's role. Stu, with all the work he does in the background, K-Man, Bounty with all his points and tables and website, and even to yourself, mate, for streaming this season, and obviously helping in with the stewards group as well. So really appreciate all of everything that you've done too, mate. So thank you so much.
All good, all good. You've
Um,
got 30 seconds. Don't forget to ready up. I'd hate for you to go straight back to the pits.
30 seconds.
Be sort
no,
of funny.
I'm kind of good. If you're okay, I'll stay on with you for the race start and see how we go. See if I can
20 seconds.
stay out of trouble.
Oh, yeah, all right. That's fine with me. I don't care. Like, I'm sweet with whatever.
10
So we
seconds.
got down to 10 seconds. It is a little bit disappointing that Sparky and Scotty Puss are separated. I was looking forward to that, and we were going to start on them, but they are a couple of rows apart. So we will do a traditional start with our camera on somebody. We'll start on P&L Royalty. Fifth spot seems to be pretty good. We get a pretty good view across the field. As I swap my glasses. All right, so everything to on the line now. We've got the Wizard. It'll be interesting to see what he does, because I would suggest his best chance of beating Knox is to try and get an early jump. But does he risk it, knowing that that he's tied at the moment at the top of the Drivers' Championship? I mean, certainly. We've got Zesty just on row 2, so he's going to be sitting behind him. So the tactical start to this race is so many permutations to it. I'm excited to see how it all plays out here. Then we've got M. Harris. He's joining the third row with Brady Want. So M. Harris could be a bit of a smoky tonight. Certainly super consistent with his driving, certainly when he doesn't get the old nudgeroonie. So then Norm, he's going to be causing some headaches on the fourth row with Ty Morgo. So Ty's obviously going to be wanting to try and move forward as much as he can. Then we've got the latest subscriber, you could subscribe to his OnlyFans car that he had last week. K-Man on the fifth row of the grid. With the Polish driver, Sideways Polka. Gotta love him rounding out the fifth row there. So then we got Eagle and Medal. So that'll be interesting. We go further down. Kick It and Someone. Very, very interesting. Two guys that are maybe slightly out of position. So we'll be wanting to make up positions certainly as soon as possible. And the interesting one that I think out of all of this is row position 16. Fly is back in 16. Now Fly is interesting because he's usually got very fast race pace. So I would say that he is the fly in the ointment here, pardon the pun, because he is out of position. So for mine, so yeah, I think if he gets out of the midfield minefield and can get through the first lap or so unscathed, be interesting to see where he lands. Then we go further back. Saint Sim and Black Falcon, so they won't have any shenanigans there. Two super clean drivers. Raced plenty of times with them in Tier 2, so not going to have any trouble there. So the leaders are just coming around, exiting the boot, coming around the penultimate corner. We've only got the last turn to go, so yes, Angry Scotty Puss there on the one grid. So alright, so here we go. Coming up to the final turn.
It's very congested coming around this last corner, mate, I can tell you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you are in the minefield as well there, Adman, back there. Yeah, I would imagine you'd be having 16 pairs of eyes to get through this, but
I was going to say that we've got a race start.
Yeah, we've got a race start and we're away. So Knox is holding the inside line, and they've had similar starts. So Auschwitz had thought better of it, and he's just slotted in behind at the moment. Javar is just let it looks like. I think Zesty's got through. No, there's been contact with Auschwitz and Knox. So there's been contact up there. Zesty's made the most of it. This is what I mean. There could have been a bit of patience required there, but Auschwitz now dropping back down the field. It looks like, I'm going to have a guesstimate that he's at least back to 8th maybe. It's got flying second. It's got bounty first. We know this is, so the timing screen is going off its chops at the moment. So I'll try and pick up, I think it'll be Knox who'll still be in front or thereabouts. So Knox out of that contact. We did miss the contact, but I would suggest that that would be interesting. We only got the back end of it. So Knox and Norm XC, Zesty's got clear air, so he will be happy with that at the moment. And it looks like Norman XC, Brett Want putting a little bit of pressure on Knox there. Knox left him enough room there. Bretty just making sure he's not making any contact. We have, looks like Javar trying to go around the outside of Bretty Want. Good luck with that. And we go back in the field, and then we go to Ty Morgo. So it looks like the timer has sorted itself out. So Ty Morgo's now got the Wizard for company. And M. Harris has only gone back for 8th. So he'd be alright with that, knowing that there's a couple of lunatics ahead of him and anything's possible. So he's putting a little bit of pressure on the Wizard there. Morgo taking a nice defensive line. Oh, they put a cigarette paper in there. So certainly going to run 2 abreast, and there's a nudge there by the Wizard on Ty Morgo. So here we go. These guys are going to go. It's shenanigans all round at the moment. M. Harris has just gone, you boys are nuts. I'm just going to sit back there and just let you two spontaneously combust as we go through the bus stop. So we'll have a look. So Wizard's hitting everything so at the moment. So we'll move up front to see what's happening with the boys here. Bit more orderly. They've all got down into their little bit of a groove now, sorted themselves out. Knox is still sitting there behind Norm XC, just letting him know that he's there. Nothing silly happening. You got Bretty Want in 4th, and then Jafar in rounding out the top 5. So the Wizards closing up onto this pack. So it'll be interesting what happens here with once the Wizard joins the end of this train at the moment. What happens, whether we have a Maverick and Iceman deal here, who's going to be whose wingman, I don't know. But all will be revealed as we go through. Morgo just losing a little bit of touch, currently in 7th. Not too far back though, maybe a 10th back, which in this track isn't a whole heap. We've got Harris in 8th, like I said, he would be happy. K-Man, a little bit of action back there with Eagle Wind coming up on my main man from Poland, Sideways Polka. Someone awesome putting a bit of pressure on Metal Steel there. We'll just work our way back. Oh, somebody... Oh, don't tell me I'll put the bloody kiss of death on M. Harris. That definitely looked like a M. Harris sort of car. No, hopefully not. Alright. No, he's still going. That's alright. I felt guilty there for a second. Alright. But something did happen because he has slid down the tables. So I apologise. I take it back. I obviously put the commentator's curse on you. Apologies. Not did that on purpose. Not. Alright. So Jafar now coming up on the back of Brett Want again. Closing in. Now the Wizard is a lot closer. So he's closing up as we go through the toe. So we'll be interested to see what happens through here. So Javar trying to make a move on Brett Want here. Got the inside line. So excellent braking. Brett Want just getting pushed to the outside. Plenty of racing room. I like it. That has now brought the Wizard into contention here. So camera's trying to catch up. So Jafar has just let the Wizard through, which is, hey, play on, I say. That is exactly what you should be doing when your teammate is fighting for the championship, and he's doing his best Tokyo drift round that last corner. Thank you very much. Turning it on for the fans. So we'll see a bit of patience required here by the Wizard. I think he's got a bit excited early. Just get back into the groove. Naturally fast driver. So we'll see what he does, because he got a bit excited through here, through the S's, through turns 2 and 3 and up onto 4 to try and get a good run down the back straight. But I just think now he knows that Jafar's sitting behind him. He's not going to get attacked from behind. So he knows now that he can just focus on the rear of Brady Want and just get some good lines and some fast times down, because he'll have natural speed. So he has closed right up onto the back bumper though through that the outer loop and the bus stop. So we're going to come down into Das Boot, part of the track. So we're coming across the laces here. Brady Want just giving it everything. Coming into the toe. So big braking zone. Brady taking a nice beautiful line through here. So, you know, be interesting now. Will he have a go in the upper hill braking zone? No, he will not. Smart move. I think just bide your time. You're naturally quick through the bus stop. I'd be looking for some action when I come back round to that outer loop. That seems to be the place I'd be doing it. And you've got plenty of time left. I mean, it's a 90-minute race, and I'm talking like it's a bloody sprint. So I'm an idiot as well. So we've got 1:23 left. Brady Want doing the old defensive on that thing. Gets a bit wide. He's only made one move, so that is allowed. He's going to run the inside. It is a drag race now down to turn 1. So that's all play on. And you can see Jafar just slowly, and he's run wide there. Is he going to gain an advantage? No, he's slotted in right behind. And this is where him and Knox had contact on the opening lap. So be patient, son. Be patient. You're coming up to where you've got natural speed. So it's a long straight. There's no weaving here. So Brady Want taking a perfect defensive line through here. The Wizard's going to have to adjust his speed here, and this is where I'd be making the move. And he's gone round on there, trying to go around the outside on the outer loop, and he's sticking with it. He's out on the marbles, he's run wide, but Jafar is making it nice and easy for him, letting tuck back in. So Brady Want here, driving an absolute masterful race, and this is some good racing by these three guys, and this is what it's all about now. Each team's trying to help their lead driver through in the championship here, and this is racing. This is what happens. So it's some good racing, but I think patience is a virtue for the Wizard. I think he's just got to go, okay, wait for the time, because mistakes will happen. We saw it last lap. Brady Want getting just slightly too defensive, cocking up his run onto the out of the last corner, touching the outside wall, and was lucky that he was able to hold that inside line on the Wizard going into turn 1. So here we go again. They're racing, so he's going to get a run, and Brady Want going to the inside again. It's all play on, so he's made the move down the inside. The Wizard's going to try and make a move down the inside. And Brady, oh no, and Jafar got checked up by the Wizard there. Because the Wizard, all sorts of shenanigans going on there, and Jafar is all out of shape, and I would dare say he may have gone into the wall. No, he's come back out onto the track. I don't know. It doesn't look like he's damaged too much there. That was some insane stuff then. But this is these two here. They're in their own little battle. Jafar. The Wizard is trying keen, because the longer he's stuck behind Brady Want, I mean, it does leave a little bit of a gap, but if he's looking at his time, Zesty's not getting away. Like, he's only 2 seconds back, so a bad pit stop. It's 90 minutes. We've still got bloody hell, we've only gone through 10 minutes. Oh my giddy aunt. And we've had action aplenty. I know we're focusing on this battle, but it is strategically important to the individual championship. So that's all interesting. He's just having a little Bo Peep got out onto the grass. But here we go, running, and he's got a bit of a run here. Brady getting a bit squirrely there. So going to be taking it nice and easy through here, and the camera doesn't... Worst camera angle ever coming out of that corner. Anything could happen in that corner, and it's like a black hole. You just don't see it. It's, yep, if you're robbing a store, that's where you want to do it. Okay, so Brady what's he going to do? Only one move allowed down the main straight, so no weaving, which he does not do. So he's kept the line. Yeah, the boys learnt their lesson from last lap, where they got a thing. Osh Wizard running wide there, coming down into turn one. He closes up so well under there and gets a massive run. So Brady and they're getting close. It makes me nervous. It makes me very nervous. So Brady running down on the marbles, running that defensive line, and the Wizard is certainly taking a faster line. Brady happy to thing. Then they're giving each other racing room. Will he get it done round the outer loop? This is his best chance yet. It is going to be who has got the biggest kahunas into this turn. And, there's a touch again. Patience, lads. Wizard luckily only lost one spot there. I mean, both of them out of shape going into that braking zone. Come on, lads. So it's paired up again. Ty Morgo taking advantage of that little mishap there. So we've got Brady and Ty Morgo and the Wizard and Jafar all back together. And we have K-Man. He said, hey guys, you having a party? Well, SAR is here to play. And we got Sideways Polka. He has joined the train as well. Our driver from Poland, an Eagle Wind. He's rounding out the top 10. So we've got a gaggle of cars, and something's happened in the background there. Somebody just got spun. Who was that? That was K-Man. I don't know what happened there. I just saw him lose traction. So I don't know whether he's got a bit of a nudgeroonie, but that's given a bit of a gap now from Javar back to Sideways Polka, who will inherit 8th spot. So there's a couple of seconds back there now. So I don't know what happened. All I saw was a spin, and there's action here. What's happened here, lads? Like, come on. We're better than this. So the Wizard is... I don't even know where he is. I'm losing track of everything tonight. So Brady has... so it looks like Jafar. It was Jafar. Sorry, the Wizard is still alive. But he is now a second back from Brady So there's been some shenanigans that we just weren't on because we were on the other shenanigans, and there's shenanigans everywhere. So let's keep the shenanigans to a minimum, please. I can't keep up. So the order. Captain of the Death Star, Knox Parker, has inherited the lead. Norm XC is in second, Zesty in third. So pretty much for the championship, whoever finishes in front of each other is going to win it, essentially. So they're tied on points. So whoever beats who on track here, that's all it's going to be. So that will be interesting. So judging by the way everybody's driving tonight, you lunatics, it could be Zesty or the Wizard win the championship in 29th and 30th spot, for all I know. Excuse me, getting a bit hoarse, still getting over the old whatever it is that I've got. And we're only 15 minutes in. Oh my giddy aunt. So there's definitely been action aplenty, so we're going to just... Oh no, we can't not watch this, because it's like Scotty Pie and Sparky if they're next to each other. You know what's going to happen, but you just can't stop yourself watching it. So we got the Wizard. It's getting on the back of Pretty One again. So last time that battle went on for a number of laps. Just have patience. That's all I ask. So we'll see what happens. Brady Want driving nice lines, nothing wrong. Both of their cars obviously dinged up and very second-hand. The Wizard running a little bit wide out of the outer loop as we come into a dust boot. So we're running down the laces at the moment. So the Wizard, would think that coming into the toe section that he's going to have a look. But Brady Want running a nice line, nice defensive line. So uphill run now, so he'll get a good run out. I would suggest he's going to stick behind here into this braking zone. And now we go into the black spot where we will lose camera coverage here. So if anybody goes and puts on a killer move, we won't be able to see it. We'll only see the outcome. There you go. Huzzah! They've made it through. 2 turns to go. So this is a bit of a focus, I know, at the moment, but it is, again, like I said, it is pivotal to the individual championship. So we will go through and have a look at the... Oh, will we? Because as soon as I go off it, it's... something always happens, so the Wizard gets a great run there. Obviously, it's allowed because he's still there and doesn't have a track limit, so you can run that wide. He is right on the bumper to that now. Memories of Days of Thunder here, that's for sure. Rowdy Burns versus Cole Trickle. Into the braking zone. Brady Want again. He's running that inside line and he's got all squirrely, and that is the mistake, and the Wizard is through. The Wizard is through. So the Wizard is now going to... That is up to 4th spot, and he is going to go... Sayonara, my friend. I am checking out. That will be his plan now. So he is in clear air. And people, this will have us frothing at the bit because he'll be about 4 seconds, 3.5, 4 seconds back. And the car in front of him, zest. So the championship will be on in a couple of laps, I will say. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go through the rest of the field because there is actually more than 4 cars in the field. So Ty Morgo leading the next train in 6th spot, followed by the Sideways Polka and Eaglewind, Metal Steel. Harris is battling his way back up. He's back into the top 10. Good to see. Someone awesome currently in 11th. Oh, Metal running a little bit wide. Jafar's in 12th. Oh, my giddy aunt. He has taken more hits than Jeff Fennick against Azuma Nelson, I would suggest that car. Shamrock in 13th. Gaza. I swear to God, he's just gone past the dealership and got that car. And because it is pristine. I don't know how he stays out of trouble. Again, he's too polite for this league. Peter Perfect. He's from the Wacky Races. Peter Perfect. Sparky. Sparky's in 15th. Nice work. And not too much damage. Nice to see. Kick It and Rip It in 16th. Followed closely by Aaron. So we'll just stick with this and see if Aaron can get a run. And he is carrying a little bit more speed. So down the back straight. Oh, he's made a move to the inside. So now we're into a drag race. So the inside line... be interesting. Can the boys get through? They do. That is lovely. Well done, lads. Somebody's sitting on the side of the road there. I don't know who that is. That looked like... I have no idea who that looked like.
Brett Watt it is.
Oh, there you go. Brady Want. So he is... comments by Adman. Back in 19th. Okay, been involved in a little bit of action I can see on the front end there.
I have, mate. I got before I come into the front straight, my traction control dropped down to 1.
Solid.
When I normally have it on 6, and it just spun out and hit the wall, unfortunately. So I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks like you hit something, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've got about 14 seconds of damage, mate. Hey, I was going to say too, you mentioned about the OnlyFans car that K-Man drove last weekend at the at the race.
Yeah, correct.
Before the race started, I actually I heard you talking about that, and I thought, I'm going to go for a walk down the bloody pit lane here and check this out, not knowing that it was K-Man. I thought it might have been Renee Gracie in there, and was quietly shocked when I poked through the window and saw this white beard-headed bloke sitting in there, thinking, what the hell's going on here? This is not what I've been looking at.
No. With OnlyFans, I'm sure he'll love that. I'm sure he will love it. Alright, who have we got now? We're going back through the field.
I should see a link on his OnlyFans page for www.grinder.com.
Oh, must be talking about coffee grinders. He must
Absolutely.
be a coffee lover. He's a coffee lover. Yes, correct. That's it. Yeah, George Clooney or whatever it is. Doesn't he do coffee?
Yeah, he does, mate.
Yeah, there you go. Makes sense now. Makes sense.
Where is K-Man at the moment?
K-Man has fallen all the way back to 22nd.
Oh.
So he's just been lapped by Captain Death Star Knox Parker.
Well, he's pitted though, hasn't he?
He has done one. He has done one pit. So he would be the highest person to have pitted in 22nd.
Yeah, okay.
The only other person to have pitted is Bits of Missin. He's pitted, but he's in 23rd. And then EXO's pitted, Rocky NZ's pitted, and Black Falcon's about to complete all his pit stops. So
Yeah, I'm fighting for a Pro-Am Championship with K-Man, so I think I'm going to have to go in the pits and suck up a bit of time and do a repair. I've got Scotty pull up my clacker that's just catching me, so fair indicator of the damage that I've got and the performance that I'm lacking.
Alright, yeah, we'll just jump onto that. There you go, we got that on. I'll quickly go to the podium website and have a look and see what we're... oh yeah, the Pro-Am. Yeah, Sideways, Polka, Adman, Bits of Missin, Aaron, K-Man. Yeah, all you guys are in the running for the Pro-Am Championship. Learn something new every day. So Sideways Polka has a 5-point lead over Adman at the moment, going into this final race. And then Bits is 1 point back, so the People's Champion, Bits of Missin. That's the title I've given him. So he's 6 points back from Sideways Polka. So there's still a lot to play for the Pro-Am guys. And then I'm assuming we're going to have an amateur one. So
I think that's Adge,
yeah,
EXO.
so there's Shamrock and Adge and EXO. Yep, so there's 2 points between those guys. And then, yeah, there's a bit of a jump down to Rocky NZ on 48 points. So, yeah, you got 3 guys there. So, I'll have to go through and have a look at the positions for those. So, Shamrock is currently up in 12th. So, Shamrock would be looking pretty good at the moment because Adge is a fair way back in 19th. So, we've... a bit of action there, and then the Pro-Am guys currently go Sideways Polka would be having his way at the moment because he's currently in 6th at the moment, our driver from Poland, and then Adman has just gone to the pits, and K-Man is up into 20th, but he has done a pit stop, so very, very interesting. How that all works out. So there's championships galore at the moment. And then it looks like something's happened down here while I've been in the back of the field because Zesty's by himself, and the Wizard is in the pits currently, so he's doing his pit stop. He's in 29th spot, so I don't know if he's just returned to pits, but it seems like an excessive drop of positions. So as Adman goes past him in the pits, so I don't know whether he's pulled the pin on the night or something's happened, or don't know. Can't tell you.
So who's that you're talking about, mate?
The Wizard. So
rightio.
he's back in 29th now. He's pulled into the pits and he's not moving. So
Okay.
I would think that I have missed, as we've gone through the field, we've missed a bit of action up the front there of what's happened. So I can't tell you what's happened at all. Like, it looks like I'm just having a look at Zesty's car now. Certainly nothing in the rear end. Front end super clean. The sides are clean. So I don't know. I wouldn't think there's been any contact, because Zesty's a bit of a tight ass and never fixes damage in the pits. So, and he's doesn't have any pit stops used. So I would say that maybe the Wizard has come a cropper somewhere, quite possibly.
I'd say just listening to the commentary that you had on those first few laps, the closeness that those guys have, and bumping and grinding, and unfortunately that the game has some sort of unnatural characteristics to it, where you might have the slightest touch with someone and it spears them off track, which wouldn't happen in real world racing. But the way those guys race, just unbelievable. Like, I'd have to double my dosage of blood pressure tablets if I was in one of those cars with those guys.
Oh yeah, like, it's insane. And actually, funnily enough, I didn't actually know it was a thing, because I think it was not last week, because I missed the Sunday night stream, but the week before at Brands Hatch, it looked like Stozza had hit somebody coming into on the last lap, and then he posted the online footage, and you could have driven 2 Mack trucks through the gap.
I did hear about that, actually.
Yeah, so it's given me a new light on calling some of these incidents that do happen. That it not all may not look what it may not seem what it looks like. That's it. So yeah, that was definitely a lesson with that. So I think in that chat I apologise to Stozza, because I've gone no, and typical commentary faux pas. But we move on and we learn. So yeah, something's happened. So Eagles obviously sped in pit lane. It would be good if he sped on track, but he's got a stop-go 30-second penalty to him. So where are some of these battles now? So we've all got into a bit of a routine. So Knox is sitting out in front on 16 laps. We've got Norm 7 seconds back now. So we've got a bit of pit stop happening here. So we've got Zesty, Morgo, and our Polish driver, Sideways Polka, all coming to do their pit stops. Looks like the Black Falcon's making his stop too. So he will, oh no, maybe he's just parked it up. Oh, that's disappointing. The Falcon's parked it up. Can't have that. Shenanigans. That'd be disappointing. Crowd favourite, the old Black Falcon. Yeah, and I would say the Wizards parked her up too, because he has not moved, so there's no way that you have 18 hours worth of damage. So that's 2 guys I would suggest that have parked it up.
Oh, so that's Black Falcon as well, is it?
Yeah, I think so, because he's +7. So
okay,
unless he's had another bingle and he's coming out onto the track again, which he could, because that's a Black Falcon thing to do, that he keeps plugging away. Fly currently back in 24th. He's just doing his pit stop. So we have Adge coming onto the back, only half a second back to to Metal Steel, running a little bit wide. So Eagles are serving his stop-go at the moment. So everybody is spaced out at the moment. So just cycling through all the pit stops. It seems to be a popular time in the pits. So I would dare say that we will have a couple of the front runners coming in soon. So Adge, amazingly turned out car as usual. Looking good. And his partner in crime that always has a nice looking car, Rocky NZ, and I got him at a bad time. He was on the grass. So that's unfortunate. Letting Norm through. Brilliant blue flag work there by Rocky NZ, being aware of his surrounding, coming through the bus stop there into the outer loop. A couple of scratches and dings there on the left-hand side of his car. A bit unusual. Usually doesn't have too many of those. So just with a grid this big on a track this small, bound to happen. So Gaz is now in the pits. Stu's in the pits in 8th. Scotty Puss has joined the pit party. So that's a pity party. No, it's not a pity party. It's a pit party. So we've only got now, that'll leave pretty much of our front runners, Knox, Norm, Harris, Shamrock and Sparky, all yet to pit. Aaron yet to pit. So we'll get through this cycle of pitting. So the other person after this will be Bounty's got a couple to go. Brady Want, I would say. Well, I say he is pitting maybe, or maybe he's just parked there. I don't know.
I think he might have parked it up.
Yeah,
when
I
I
think
went past him. He had a fair bit of damage, and
yeah,
given that he was racing up the front there, it's probably really broken his spirit by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of them have. XA must be driving tonight. He's back in 24th. So
it's not XO driving, that's Pebbles.
Pebbles driving. No, Pebbles and XO's wife are usually further up the field. So if they're down the back end of the field, it's usually XO behind the wheel.
Yeah,
so he's outside the top 20. So usually when XO was in the top 10, I'm pretty sure it was his wife driving. And then Pebbles is if he's in, that 10-20 range, it's usually Pebbles behind the wheel, and anything else got to be XO. So Rick Astley's #1 fan there on the stream. Car looking pretty tidy actually. Just I would say a couple of little scratches from the race start, because when you're in that mid pack, everything happens all at once, and you got people like 1,000 different people moving 14,000 different ways, and you've got to have eyes in your back of your head. So a couple of little scratches from the guys that are in that midfield pack is always expected. But outside that, pretty clean looking car. Javar amazingly up to 9th at the moment, so he's fighting his way back through the pack. Certainly got, looks like still some superficial damage. Oh, he definitely has superficial damage on his car. The bonnet doing its best talking impression. So that'll be very, very interesting to see how far up. So it looks like, okay, the track timer has got him back up to 6th now. So he'll be closing in on the back of Sideways Polka, just running a little bit wide through the boot section here. So now Aaron and Norm are the two people that have not pitted. Norm's just gone into the pits, and so is Aaron. So there you go. So we'll have a look where Knox is. So he'll definitely inherit the lead back as these cars have just pulled in. It's just like kick it and rip it. So he is lapped up to 21st spot. Knox has. So that's pretty good going, really. And everybody driving at a reasonable clip that he's only lapped that far ahead. So he does have quite the lead over Zesty at the moment. But at the moment, I think Zesty will be going. I don't care as long as I finish in 28th spot or higher. I will be happy with that because that will be enough to get the chocolates. Obviously, assuming that there's, we go through the whole steward thing of protests and everything else.
Yeah, let's not talk about that tonight.
Look, that's what the commentary's about, Ad man. Bit of controversy. I'll make up some stuff,
Oh, I think that you were trying to incite some there at the start of the race when you're talking about Sparky and Scotty Puss, and I'm like,
I was.
Ooh, I hope those guys stay clear of each other. And it looks like they have, mate, which is
yeah, which is
fantastic.
fantastic. It certainly is fantastic that they have, but as we say that, Sparky's in 15th, and you'll have a good view because Scotty's in 18th. So there looks like there's a bit of a gap though. So you're looking at the Hammers. He's now pitting to finish his pitting
he's very
cycle.
ordinary. I've just gone past him actually. Just in sector 3, his car looks very ordinary.
Yeah, rightio.
Kind of a little bit grateful that I took the 14 seconds extra at the pit stop to repair my damage because the car just before that was terrible.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
No.
Did not look good at all.
Looks like something I picked up from a blue light disco.
Yeah, pretty much. It was not good at all. So we'll go through so we know what the pro. So currently, I'll go back and so the pro-am. So Sideways Polka at this stage would be having a comfortable lead in the pro-am series because he is currently up to 4th. Outstanding drive so far.
Yeah, that's excellent by
Sideways Polka. He, fantastic actually. He's up to 5th. It looks like Jabbar's just put a move on him. So Sideways is getting Ty Morgo will close up behind him, I would imagine. But I would say Sideways at the moment because admin you would be the closest. Who else is there? Bits are missing. I think Bits is further back, even further back. So yeah, so Sideways is looking pretty good, and then Shamrock is laughing in the AM race at the moment because he has quite the gap over Adge at the moment. But that being said, there is still 50 minutes of this race left. I would try and comment on the team's championship, but I've got no idea how that's working. So, yeah, because obviously we had the update in the chat today, so I can't really. So that would be. But let me go to that. Let me see if we can make head nor tail of that.
Well, I can say that, not talking about the team's championship, but in terms of individual championships, you talk about Zest for a moment. Like, I've watched him over the last few seasons. There was a couple of seasons there ago when I was battling pretty close door to door with him. Obviously, when you don't get time to practice anymore, it makes it a little bit more difficult to be that competitive driver. But Zesty has definitely earned his position up there, and I'm pretty happy that that he's up there, to be honest. And it's nice for someone that puts in and tries to, if they do come away with the chocolates, then it will be very well deserved. Same with Sideways. If he's in a position that he takes the Pro-Am series, then it's excellent. These guys get in there and practice, and they're solid members for their teams, which is good.
Yeah,
and Shamrock
100%.
for SAR. Well, that's even better. Like, just to see those guys come up through the ranks. We've seen a lot of these guys transition over from the Sunday Night League Project Cars 2 into the Sunday Night League ACC, and then some of them into the Tuesday Night League, which is just fantastic to see them.
Yeah, I think it's good to see guys that put in the time and effort, and they getting their rewards for that effort. So certainly close though going into the start of the night though. So everybody was there or thereabouts, which was good to see. So looks like sideways.
I think Jesse was a bit worried about his drop round number, which I think was 22. Very well deserved though, mate. I'll tell you, like he's a fair driver, and does a really good job.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's super consistent all season, up the pointy end. So I think there's a couple of things that they, it's good on him, and I think all the drivers this season have done well. Like you said, Sideways Polka doing the commentary, like I mentioned his name a fair bit because he's always up there in that pointy end of the field. Sometimes gets the odd little bit of action, but usually just Mr. BP, just nice and quiet and gets about his business. So quite a sensible drive tonight. And then Shamrock, certainly close with Adge and that, because Adge has had a pretty good season for mine to be up there and about. So and then Exo's wife has done well to get Exo up to where she did. So and Exo's bottled it like his Team Richmond. So it is what it is.
No, mate, that's my team as well.
Oh, is it? Oh, bloody!
Oh.
Says it all.
Bloody yeah, I know. It does, doesn't it?
But bloody BHR, bloody bunch of.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I was going to talk to you about tonight too, mate. I've noticed through the season that BHR's been a fair.
She's a fair target.
Subject in your vocabulary.
Oh yeah, 100%. Make no qualms with it. I've joined PRT into the action, sort of getting a bit of a state of origin feel, no love lost,
Yeah, I actually just wanted to say thank you because what it does is it just kind of puts us up in lights as well. So I'm very happy for the attention.
Oh, it is what it is, You got to do spread the love, have a laugh as we do it. It's all tongue in cheek.
Speaking about spreading the love, I've actually just had my secretary slip the contract under your door there, the comms box, mate. We've got a big prize that is a giveaway from Shelby Acoustic Racing, which is one of our long-time sponsors. And post this season, we're looking to do a presentation. So, yeah, the contract is written there. If you just can sign it at the bottom, see if you want to participate in the actual presentation, mate, with the draw.
Yeah, well,
you don't have to answer just now.
No, a lot of pressure.
We do have some other giveaways which we'll have on the night, which Hammer's been able to. He told me that he's got a few bits and pieces of memorabilia signed that we can use as a giveaway.
Oh, that'd be good. Hopefully you get a fair turnout for the old presentation night. I think they're always pretty good fun. Bit of a laugh.
Well, free beers.
That's exactly. Oh, geez. Imagine everybody.
Out of your own fridge, of course.
Yeah. Oh, naturally, goes without saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. What could go wrong? What have we got cranking here? So
I believe we've got the Grid Girls making a appearance as well. So without giving too much away, it's only one Grid Girl. You'll probably only see the back of her. It's a big mop of grey hair that we normally we see up on stage doing the old Akka Daka retakes.
Yeah, right. Okay. Geez, the old Dusty Martin. Oh, gotcha.
Oh, Exo volunteered.
Yeah, I have no doubt. He's bloody Exo in his red panties and high heels again. Alright, it looks like Zesty just put a move on Norm XC, so Zesty up into second. So, yeah, 20 seconds back from Captain Death Star himself, Knox Parker, who's way out in front. So I'll be back in. Well,
We are
alright,
halfway
I'll
through,
be
not over
back
yet.
in a second. I just got to go get a power cable for the old laptop before it dies. So just bear with me while I go do that. And I shall return. So I'm just on board with. I'll leave the coverage on Zesty and the Norm battle because they're still pretty close. So we'll just leave it at that. And I shall return in a minute as soon as I've got the recharger. Alright, back. So, looks like Zesty and Norm have been going at it. Gap hasn't changed too much. Jabbar 11.5 back. We'll watch that gap there. Ty Morgo's got sideways polka for company, so this could be an interesting little battle here, given sideways currently is in the lead for the Pro-Am. You would think that not too many risks will be taken. Let's go down through the field, see if there's any battles, and it's so hard to say. So it looks like we've got a couple of people that are potentially. No, oh, Rocky NZ, you poor bugger. I was saying how good his car is. It is like a smash crab at the moment, that thing. That is not good. So I would dare say that he will be coming in soon to fix that little bad boy up. Bounty currently circulating in 27th, that it looks like. So it looks like a couple of the guys that had parked it up have left. So yeah, because the Falcon's not there, Brady White's not there. So I'd say a couple of the guys have gone. So that's not too bad considering that we started with 31. We've still got a field of 28. So that's even though, well, Wizards is still there in 28. So we have, I suppose, a field of 27. So lost 4 drivers. So that's not too bad in a race of this length. Be pretty happy with that. I'm not quite sure. Like I was having a look, and in that time, I'm just having a bit of a look on how the scoring is going. So just trying to work out GRT. Let's see if GRT have any pro drivers out. Just trying to figure it out. So the highest. Oops, need my other glasses for this. I'll be a rocket scientist to work this out on the fly. But let's have a look. GRT. So rain.
I needed you to work out my fuel on the fly, mate. I've absolutely stuffed that up in the second pit stop.
I don't know what's worse, working out your fuel or trying to work out this team's championship.
Oh, don't even try yet.
Yeah, I had a look at the update and I read it today where they said, oh, you know, it's this, that and all the rest. And I've gone, well, bloody hell. And I'm trying to work it out now what GRT's got in the race. So GRT, they would be... Oh no, they've got a pro driver in because Norm's their pro driver. So that would be alright. So they got a pro driver tonight. So I don't know how that then affects... Yeah, because that definitely turned the team's championship on its absolute head, that update today. That because leading into it, it was P&L 416, 362 to PRT, 322, 305, 270 to GRT, and now, according to the new update, it will be SAR on 137, BHR on 136, PRT 124, GRT 116 and PNL 81. So I'm just trying to think. So BHR, do they have a pro driver in? They might. Pro driver, BHR, pro. So BHR don't have any pro drivers. Is that what I'm reading?
So BHR don't have any pro drivers. But
Okay.
I think the way that I read it today, I think Ty put a comment in there saying with Angry being his only Pro-Am driver, given that he's only got the one Pro-Am driver, then the teams can only use the highest finishing points from their one Pro-Am driver, regardless of whether they've got 1 or 4.
Yeah, because it's I think this will be something that I think as an admin committee, we've got to make sure, like I was saying earlier, you know, it's clear at the beginning of the year beginning of the year, beginning of the season, because I think it changes.
So we've got
because I wouldn't be doing commentary. I'd be racing because I'm pro-am with Angry, so I'd be trying to maximise that. So it's all a bit how's your father, but I'm sure that's something as an admin group, whoever's in it will look at that and make sure it's as clear as day for the next championship for season 14, because it's a bit how's your father. Maybe I don't know, putting you on the spot here, admin, while you're driving. Maybe we can change up the teams a bit so everybody's got even representation. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's been the issue though. Team Little Bear is like you guys in P&L are fairly solid. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
VHR's been a fair contender over the last few seasons. They've got members that have been there for a long time, and I guess it's when it was being mixed and matched, you had a lot of people would then direct messages and say, oh, you know, I don't want to leave, and I like my guys that I'm playing with in the sandpit, blah, 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 and it kind of gets hard. So, I mean, the camaraderie between the teams of their drivers is fantastic because, you know, you spend more time talking to these guys, I know I do, than half my own family, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, maybe, I don't know, I think there's definitely a better way of doing it, but that'll be something that's the off-season that I think it needs to look at, and so where it's all crystal clear at the beginning of the year and the beginning of the season. I think that's the big thing, because I know
agree.
Certainly for P&L it certainly changes everything for P&L, because you know we have pro-am drivers that, you know, we thought, oh yeah, no worries, the big boys are scoring points, so we're all good. So it's certainly, I most probably wouldn't be streaming, put it that way, because I would most probably, if I knew that we needed pro-am drivers, I certainly would have been out on track. And I mean, maybe we could have had Morgo doing commentary. Now there's a scary thought for you. We could have had maybe Morgo and Eagle doing commentary. Well, you know, like just saying.
It's PG rated though.
Yeah, true, it is. So anything could happen with those two lunatics behind a microphone, that is for sure. But I just think, because I'm trying to figure it out now, I think by my quick numbers, SAR should be right, and I think it's SAR. Is it SAR? I think it was SAR that they should most probably.
I actually don't think that they've even won a team's championship.
They might tonight with. I'm going to put this, and I'm going to go on record and say that I've not seen a controversy bigger than this since the fine cotton scandal. I know I mentioned that earlier in the year, but fair dinkum, I think you got fine cotton, the Super League saga for rugby league, and then you've got the Roos Teams Championship of season 13. Will be... I'm surprised it could be on KA Sports, on Fox Sports News. But yes, it'll be something that I'm sure will be looked at, because I'm sure that there will be 8 trillion comments in the chat and whatever else for all the admin to enjoy, and love reading through those comments.
Absolutely, mate. I can say on good authority though that like the protests and with the points, the admin team will be working hard.
Jeez, whoops, sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're right.
Norman Zest just got a bit side-to-side action there. I was just getting a bit panicky there for a second that they're going to take each other out. So you think Zesty might just let him through but that's not the Zesty way. Rocky NZ getting out away with his banged-up piece of crap. That hopefully he goes in and fixes, because that's, I know Zesty's gone into the pits, Norm's gone through, so that broke up that battle. Sorry, so as you were?
I was just saying that I've got it on good authority that the admin team and the stewards group are working hard in the background to try and get it right, and it's not always perfect, and I know that it's certainly what you're just talking about there with the team's championship. There was some clarity around what the points how they were captured.
Yeah.
But it seems that for some reason it hasn't been put down that way. But
Yeah.
it's no different to the way we've run it the last few seasons. It's been exactly the same.
Yeah. I think, yes, because for me, I didn't even know that's how it was worked. So,
Well, it
but
was done that way so that because
yeah.
some teams were stacked and you'd have some teams
Mm.
where, say, I'll give you an example, like Burradog could only turn up every second race.
Yeah, correct.
So we just made it that, however you've got
Yeah,
one pro
which makes
driver.
sense. Yeah, which
Yep.
makes sense. I mean, I get the theory behind it. Like, you don't want somebody who's got 4 pro drivers and somebody who's got 2, and
And
you want to
someone's got
keep
none.
yeah, and some's got none. So I get the theory behind why it's done, and in principle, yep, that's good.
I
But
think the worst part about it is, mate, that it's come
Yeah.
out now, not been picked up beforehand.
yeah, 100%. It's we've gone 8 rounds, and then all of a sudden, I don't want to say, but Bounty, Jesus, you're not doing my tax return this year, champion. Um, that's for sure. But no, it's come out in round 8. The 2 hours before race time. I think it's just extremely poor timing. But it is what it is, and maybe I don't know what the answer is. You're going to have to shift drivers, maybe, so everybody, or you do a total revamp of how we score points, and maybe people get a multiplier if you don't have a pro driver. Like your highest placed Pro-Am driver gets a multiplier of X. I don't know.
Yeah, look, well,
There's a thousand ways
is.
to cut the cake, but
There
that'll
is,
be
mate.
for the off season
There is, but
to be
certainly
the think tank.
extend it out to the wider audience. If anyone's got a better idea, let us know.
100%. Yeah, flood the not flood it. Geez, here I am inciting anarchy, and we're hunting down Count Dracula. So politely send your suggestions to admin. Yes, you can have a whinge, but if you have a whinge, make sure you've got a solution that you're offering. So it's just not all whinging, because it's easy to whinge. It'd be nice to certainly have a whinge and be upset, and like I was a bit hot under the collar before I jumped online. I jumped online like I'm a tech head, but got to offer solutions. But yeah, it definitely needs to be reviewed. But we're on board. We'll get back to the racing a little bit. So we've got a gaggle of cars that have completed their pit stops. Well, they may. You got 30 seconds. You could most probably knock one out. But quickly go to the toilet. But either that or your pit stop. Bloody hell, lad, man, you're a bad influence. So Zesty's in 5th, and he has completed all of his. So he's the highest runner at this stage to complete all stops. Knox and Norm XC are going. Then Harris in 3rd. So having a great night, Harris, I think. Aaron in 4th. Zesty in 5th. So these guys obviously still got their pits to go. So we're in that sort of a bit of a shuffle. So Sideways Polka has completed his. Javar is only 0.2 behind. So we'll just jump on board with Javar, who has Ty Morgo for company as well, behind Sideways Polka. Adge, brilliant move. Adge is a legend when it comes to blue flags in my book. Always out of the way. Good to see. Lovely work, and beautifully turned out car too, FYI. So Javar looking to make a bit of a run out of turn 1 here. He's closed right up and sideways, got a little bit wide there, so he is going to sacrifice some speed as we come down. So he's popped out and had a little bit of a bow peep, and he is laid on the brakes and he has pulled it up. So good to see Javar fighting back. So Sideways Polka now is got Ty Morgo behind him. So I don't know if he'll get in a battle with Ty. Like I said, Pro-Am Championship, he would be looking pretty sweet at the moment for mine. So most probably you don't want to get in too much of a hassle. And bloody Shamrock, if he's a dead set amateur next season, fair dinkum, he is absolutely having an absolutely Stephen Bradbury of a night, and he is currently in 6th. So we will see where Shamrock comes out once he finishes his final pit stop. And yeah, you're better than Stephen Bradbury too, Shamrock. It just worked, all right.
Do you have your pick of the night for the livery?
Well, I tell you what, I'm always a big fan of Adge. He sort of always looked pretty good. But
I do have a nomination.
Oh, you do have a nomination, all right.
If you jump on with car number 17, Stu Car.
Stu, all right, let's have a look. Oh, he's got the shell livery. Yeah, car 17, all right, the shell livery. Topical. Yeah, I reckon there'll be some Holden boys driving around in these things, and they will have been dry reaching all night, I would suggest. I know Morgo was absolutely ecstatic that he was driving a Ford tonight. He was so excited. Yeah, all right, let's have a look at Normie solid green. Aaron, that's a pretty sweet deal. I don't mind that. Zesties does look pretty good too. Can't tell with Jafar's. I had a little more guys. He's always got black. No, sideways polka, classic. Metal, yeah, okay. He's got a bit of green on there. Shamrock, okay. Gaz's car still looks like it's off the showroom.
Yeah, which is odd for Gaz because this season unfortunately he's been involved in quite a few incidents that have been unwelcomed and unfortunate for Gazza, but long-time member of Ruse and still turns up every week and has fun and a laugh.
Yeah, he certainly does. That's for old Peter Perfect. Cranking round. So there's Eagle. Oh, I don't mind. I'm looking for cars with green on. So, whoops. Saint Sim. No. Emma. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, Adge has finally fixed his car. He'd be happy about that. Yeah, I'm going to have to say...
I'll tell you what, I hope they change the engine sound to this car in the next update, which they probably won't, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't driven it yet, so
It's a spit out of the Jag's mouth, mate.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, that won't be annoying much. I would have to say that Aaron, I do like his colour scheme. I
yep,
that
had the pleasure of seeing that go past me a couple of laps ago.
Yeah, it looks pretty tidy, and then I don't mind. Zesty and Morgo have gone. They must be bloody Siamese twins because those two are bloody identical colours. So good to see. Not. But yeah, no, there's some good cars out. But I think Aaron's. I like his. I think he might be 4th on the track, but he's first in the hearts of the people and the fashions of the field. Bits are missing. Yeah, he's all the way down in 23rd. So that's no good there. So we've only got a handful of people. Looks like Norm's in the pits now. So it looks like Knox is... once he passes the timing line, he'll be inheriting the lead as expected. It looks like M. Harris in the pits. So he's going to lose out to... So Norm's in the pits still, so Zesty's definitely inherited 2nd. Norm's just leaving now, and Zesty is coming up through turn 4, and Norm is just coming through turn 3. So almost you can say what, car 7. Car 7's what I'm on, car 58. So he's most probably got, I think he'll have the length of the laces lead over Norm XC. So from turn 6, so he's got, yeah, the length of the laces going into Dust Boot is the gap. So AA are on yet to pit. So it looks like Knox Parker. I don't know what we're going to do with Knox. On the Sunday Night League, fair income, there is talk that we're attaching the Death Star to his car, and
yeah, he's a good driver.
He's all right. He can get a bit sloppy at times. I think I caught him doing his donut, or I caught somebody doing their donut, and they cocked up the pit entry. But no, he is a very good driver. Has a good sense of humour too in the Sunday Night League racing chat. So if anybody's got nothing to do this Sunday, it's the final round for the Sunday League. So they've been having some decent fields in that, and the racing has been fantastic. And the restrictor and ballast that is run is will slowly pulling the whole field together. So the margins aren't great in that. There's some absolutely fantastic racing to be had. So let's go through. Haven't been around the field a lot. We've been concentrating on the front. There's Gaza, having a solid night in the top 10. Looks like M. Harris, he is Mr. Consistency, so he started 6th, I think, finishing. He's currently in 8th. Super consistent race. There are some close battles. Is there? No, Stew's by himself. Adman's by himself. He's got Zesty coming up on him.
I've got Zesty coming up on the back of me soon.
Yeah. Oh, soon. Yeah, he's still a bit of a gap.
Not for long because I just stuffed up, but
yeah.
Went
so
deep.
Yeah, couldn't tell you were in the black spot then.
I did a Ron Jeremy.
Oh. Gone. Where have we got?
So it's safe. None of the kids know about who that is.
Yeah. I was just going to say, don't know what we'll do. We'll let that one go through the keeper. Then again, it's after 9 o'clock. So Sparky is 16th. So he's a bit of a gap back, about 10 seconds back. Scotty, that's all right. I was getting a bit excited. There's a bit of a gap between them. Scotty's just coming through the back part of Dust Boot, just leaving that, and he's coming into the second last corner. And Sparky is going up through turn 4 down the back straight. So there's a bit of a gap between those two guys. So yeah, I was getting excited. But we do have St. Sim. He's closed right up on the back, and he had popped out to have a little bit of a look at Scotty Puss. So this is the closest battle on track at the moment. So we'll just stick with this and see what St. Sim will do. See what sort of a run he gets up through here. Just running slightly wide through all of those corners, just ever so slightly. So he's got his run down the back straight, closing up heavily under braking through the bus stop here. So far better line to be had through there. Really well, nice and tight through the outer loop. As we start coming through to the Dust Boot section. So we're going from turn 6 down across into 7 now, into the hairpin. And he's closing right up under that rear bumper of Scotty. So This will be his first opportunity because he's got a good run here. He's pulled out, and Scotty's been late on the anchors. Got his big set out, and he's kept that nice and tight, Scotty. Coming into turn 9, it would be. So into the black hole where you can't see how people go around there. So Scotty pulling out just a little bit of a gap, but lost it all there through the last 2 corners. So Saints close right up again, having a look, just letting him know that he's there, trying to unsettle him, dodging around in his rear vision. So it's play on for me. Looking good, so all important run, and that line looks a lot better through there by Saint. I think he'll be carrying a lot more speed down this back straight here. He's gone to the inside, such as his confidence on the speed. Tuck him behind, and he did close up a chunk of change there on that back straight. So, and his line through there is impeccable. And Scotty's run wide on the outer loop. This has opened it right up now. I don't know if he'll recover from this. Scotty's only advantage is he's got the inside line here, and they're going to run 2 abreast. You guys are lunatics. Scotty leaving plenty of racing room. That is great racing. Running 2 wide. Take a note, you lunatics up front. That was perfect racing by these 2 gentlemen. Running 2 wide into that corner. It looks like Gaz in 9th is closing in up on them. So this could be one of these blue flag scenarios. So, well, it's not going to be. It is a blue flag scenario. So hopefully these guys will hold station, let Gaz through, and they got K-Man as well. You would think that that's what's going to happen. Saint has let him through. So Saint Ever the Gentleman, he'll have to make up that time now. It looks like Scotty has not let him through. Now he has on the main straight. Saint Sim taking a little bit of an advantage of it. No, Scotty's, he might have him covered. No, he's run a bit too deep into the brake. So service resumed for those 2. So K-Man's now up on him. So K-Man, they'll have to let K-Man through. I would suggest both these lads could let him through on this back straight. We'll see what happens. I'm suggesting no, it won't happen. While Saint Sim giving him way too much. And so did Scotty. Saint tucking in behind Scotty, not taking advantage of the situation, which is fantastic. Would have been easy to do so. And take the easy pass, but he's gone no. I'm going to tuck in behind, and me and Scotty are going to resume our battle. And I'm going to take him one-on-one, which is fantastic to see. Which is always the tricky scenario for the old blue flag boys. I've been there plenty of times. You're in your battle, you've got your window full of the leaders. So here we go. Saint Sim looked like he might have a little bit of a look down the inside here, and he certainly does. And he's going to pull it up. I would suggest he does. Nice run out there. Scotty's not going to let this go though. Scotty running nice, different line, trying to concentrate on exit speed for him here. And you can tell he's just staying in contact with him. So through the second last, turn 10. So Scotty will want to have a good run here and see if he can close right up again. Because he certainly seems to be a little bit quicker than Saint in that couple of little sections out the back there. It looks like Saint's just putting a little bit of a gap on him at the moment. That's Scotty with a magic run up through turns 2, 3 and 4. So he might get a bit of a run on here. He's in the slipstream and he's closed right up. He's certainly not dying wondering, that is for sure. So he's certainly trying to throw the kitchen sink and everything else at it to try and get that 17th spot back. So it's looking good. It looks like, who else have we got? Flies a little way back. So we're down to 26 runners now. So we'll jump on board with Javar. He is, man, guy's quick. I mean, that thing looks busted. But he's still putting in, smacking out some decent lap times. So he is currently in 5th. With just under 10 minutes to go, 9.5 minutes. Yeah, 9.5 minutes to go. We'll see what he's going to see if he can get a run on Ty Morgo down the back straight here into the bus stop, a heavy braking zone. You would think that he, well, very sensible driver, not risking anything. So we'll see as they go through the outer loop whether he runs that tighter line so he can get on the power early. Both of them sort of, you know, being the super pros that they are, they run very, very similar lines. There's not too much difference in them at all. And Morgo would be loving driving the Mustang tonight. It's his favourite car. Metal Steel in 7. He is just jumping onto the back of Sideways Polka, who is jumping onto the back of Javar. So we've got a little group of 4 cars here that are within, you know, half a second of each other. So it'll only take the smallest of mistakes here for these cars to change as a gecko runs past my screen. So the boys in the back, what do we got cranking? So Shamrock looking pretty decent there in 14th. So you would think that that's all done bar the shouting. And then Sideways Polka looking fantastic for his championship chances. So you would think he is done. And then we've known for a little while here that Zesty pretty much has that one sewn up after the return to pits for the Wizard. So obviously pending any things, and then the dreaded teams championship, I'm going to say, judging by this, maybe SAR. Oh, maybe SAR would or should be alright, I think. Again, I've got no idea. So we won't worry too much about that one as we're approaching 6.5 minutes. So Knox out by himself. I've tried everything to slow Knox down over the last couple of weeks. I've tried the commentator's curse. I've tried complimenting his driving, giving him driving tips. Nothing's working. So any ideas on how we can slow down Knox? Yeah, put it in the Ruse Discord. All suggestions will be taken on board. But yeah, super clean driver, like super quick. Yeah, pleasure to watch every week. So, and pretty banging bloke by sense of humour that he has in the chats. So we will go through as we approach the last 5 minutes now. So we've got Noxie up front, Zesty in second, Norm in third. So he's only 2.7 back on Zest. So Zesty can't afford to make any errors, or he'll be relinquishing his second spot pretty quickly. To Norm, and then we've got Ty Morgo about 22 seconds back. He's in a pretty full-on battle with Javar for 4th and 5th. And Sideways Polga's just sitting back there going, I don't care, take each other out, lads. Doesn't bother me any. So he's just sitting back there and watching. Hammer perfectly out of the way. Super sensible place to do it. Let everybody through. Great work. But Ty Morgo is about what it's like to have Javar on your backside, because he is mightily close. We've got Sideways Polka, our Polish driver, in 6th. And Metal Steel. Quiet night for Metal. But 7th spot would be stoked, I would imagine. That's a pretty good result. M. Harris, Mr. Consistency. I mean, what do you say? I mean, is he the Forrest Gump or the Rain Man of the being just super consistent? That's most probably the wrong analogy, like, really. But, you know, just super consistent. Currently in 8th. Then Gaz, just, you know, chilling, doing his thing. About to have K-Man for company. So this will be interesting. K-Man getting a run out of the final corner. So we'll stick with this battle, because this will be pretty close between this one and Ty Morgo Javar race. So these will be the interesting little soiree. Oh no, Javar's gone to pits. What has happened? That is a bit interesting. So I don't know what's happened, or whether he's just... Well, he hasn't gone to pits. I would say that something, he's lost control or something, and he's gone to pits.
I think the talk from the engineer's done a right end, tie right end.
Yeah, right. Alright, there you go, got the pit lane gossip, excellent. Yeah, so he's there, so that'll mean that Morgo has a bit of a comfy gap now back to Sideways. Aaron, so Javar will just keep sliding down. So that all these guys, Stu in 12th will be 11th soon. Eagle, the D-roller, I guess could have looked at what could have been. Did suffer that 30-second penalty, so you think, okay, where's plus 40 Langer? You know, so a lot of questions. Not a lot of answers. Shamrock, luck of the Irish, he should be wrapping up the amateur championship comfortably with 1:47 left on the clock. So then there we got admin ourselves. Yeah, car looks pretty clean. So not too bad. Currently rolling in 14th, so that's a pretty handy little gig.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a shocker for me tonight, mate. Started off with too much fuel. I forgot that it was a 2 pit stop race.
Yeah, right.
Started off with about 85 litres of fuel when shouldn't have done, and then on my second pit stop I put more fuel in and came out with, I think, 29 minutes to go and about 85 litres of fuel again. So
right. Okay, so yeah, so it worked out really well for you.
Yeah, no, it's been fantastic actually. It's
Yeah.
been a very quiet race for myself, but
yeah.
kind of prefer this because last week at Suzuka I had K-Man up my backside for a lot of it. And I think I lost about 5 kilos and it was bloody freezing.
Yeah, it's I always don't mind having a bit of a gap. Like people say, it's good to be in the battle. I'm thinking to myself, I'm pretty happy with a cruise round, you know, just get into your own rhythm. But here we
you
are.
get to wave to the crowd and the kids.
Yeah, that's right, you know. Little rugrats. Look, Norm just sending it sideways there. Could have been all hell breaking loose there. So it looks like we're on the last lap. 7 seconds to go he had. So final lap with Norm here. So we'll just stay on board and just watch him go through. Looks like I don't think there's going to be any change here between Norm and Zesty. I think that'll remain the same, even though there is a little bit more track to go for these two. So we will see. We've got Shamrock and there's Adman, he's out by himself. There's Sparky about 3.2 back. So guys coming through traffic, all well handled. A lot of common sense being thrown around with these being lapped. So that's always nice to see. As Hawkeys, Knox coming up to the heel, turn 8. So we'll get round that. So we've only got turns 9, 10 and 11 left. So Knox comes into turn 9. That has the worst camera coverage known to man. And then one final corner after this, and that is all she wrote. And Knox Parker will complete this race and is numero uno and is doing everything he can, flashing his lights and carrying on. He'll go down the end into the big vacant area of turn 1 and light it up. So it looks like Zesty and Norm. This is going to go down to the last lap. Zesty running slightly wide maybe. Oh no, they've contacted. They have contacted right where you can't see. So somebody's turned somebody. I'm suggesting could be controversial here, but I would suggest that Norm's had a bit of a bo peep up the inside and caught the rear quarter panel. That's certainly how it looked from the entry. So Zesty finishing in 3rd. But we'll wait to see what happens there. Morgo coming across the line for a creditable 4th. And then my man, all of Poland are celebrating tonight. There'll be parties in the streets of Poland with Sideways Polka coming home in a very credible 5th spot. Can't do a burnout to save his life, but he can certainly race this guy. And yeah, 5th spot will win the Pro-Am Championship, sure. And we've got Medal and Harris in 7th. Gaza is, he had AA on for company, so he certainly let him know about it, but holds down 8th. Then 9th is AA Ron. K-Man rounds out the top 10. Then you've got Stu, Eagle, Shamrock, Adman, Sparky, St. Sim, Scott Puss, Fly and Hammer. That will be positions 11 through 20. And then finally, for the remainder of the guys, Exo, Pebbles must have jumped in the car. Exo's in 20th. And then you've got Adge, Jafar, Bounty, Rocky NZ, Bitzer, Kick It and Rip It, Someone Awesome, Brady Want, The Wizard, Black Falcon, and Angry Old Fella in positions 20 to 31. And that, so I would say from all of this, some pretty quick simple maths. So Zesty should, in theory, and this is all obviously pending any protests and all that sort of shenanigans. So you should have Zesty will finish as the Pro Champion of Season 13, well deserved. Our first Polish winner of the Pro-Am class will be Sideways Polka. So Poland will be going off tonight. And then Shamrock, where are you hiding? Down in 13th. So Shamrock will have done enough to tie up the AM championship. Again, great driving by all the driving champions. And then, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know. I don't have a physics degree to work out the team's championship, but I will roughly say I think
Green light.
I think BHR might have pipped SAR to it. I think because I don't think PRT will get any. So I think BHR may have just pipped SAR in the team's championship. I think.
Right, well,
But that's
we'll wait and see what that looks like.
yeah. That's only a rough guesstimate, trying to number crunch, and we'll all see. And I'm sure Scotty Pye at some stage will come across to PNL. That's I'm going to start that rumor early because Scotty loves
That
that
contract
rumor.
already went under your door as well.
Yeah, yeah, he loves that. He loves that. He loves that transfer talk every year. I know he's
Yeah.
frothing for it.
It's hard to
But
convince him to say, but
yeah,
yeah, he just that's all right. He's a free spirit.
oh, he is. So that ended a very, very eventful Bruce Hale Memorial race. I think from what I hear, the guy very fitting. So that's great. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on Sunday for the last round of the GT4 Championship. So if you guys are doing nothing, jump in and let's get a bumper field of 30 plus cars for the GT4 would be fantastic. But till then, thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.
No worries. Thanks, Adman, for joining us too.
Cheers, mate.
Appreciate it. It was an interesting spin to have you driving and commentating. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think it worked all right.
I think it did too. I just fucked up my pit stop strategy. That's all.
Yeah, that's all right. But hey, there's always teething issues, so it's not too bad, I think. But yeah, all good. All right, we'll catch you around. See yous.
Thanks, guys. See ya.